God has an urgent message for you today. You've been feeling torn inside, with one side of you telling you to be cautious, while the other is asking you to take that leap of faith. This isn't just your mind playing tricks on you, it's a divine battle happening in your spirit right now. God is speaking to you through both voices, preparing you for a life-changing decision that's coming your way. This internal conflict you're experiencing isn't confusion or weakness, it's spiritual preparation. The tension you feel between playing it safe and stepping boldly forward is God's way of getting you ready for your breakthrough moment. As you hear these words, know that God sees the exhausting war happening inside your heart and mind. It's normal to feel drained when part of you wants to protect yourself, while another part wants to chase your dreams. But remember that this internal struggle is divine preparation, not mental confusion. The spiritual battle is your chance to understand both voices and make the choice that aligns with God's plan for your life. You're receiving this message because there's still time to listen carefully to what each voice is really telling you, even when the conflict feels overwhelming and you just want it to stop. Trust that this tension is a blessing, because learning to hear God's voice through both caution and courage will guide you to your destiny. As you think about this internal battle, take time to really listen to what each voice is saying. Your cautious side isn't just fear talking. It's your spiritual guardian trying to protect you from real dangers ahead. Just like a watchful parent warns a child about hot stoves, your careful voice sees potential pain and wants to keep you safe. But your bold side isn't just reckless dreaming either. It's your spiritual guide calling you toward your divine purpose, like a compass pointing north. This voice knows the direction God wants you to go. The key is learning the difference between wisdom-based caution and fear-based caution. True wisdom whispers warnings about genuine dangers, while fear shouts about imaginary monsters. Similarly, divine boldness feels peaceful even when it's scary, while reckless impulse feels chaotic and rushed. Both voices serve God's plan for your life, but understanding their true messages is what helps you move forward with confidence. This internal battle you're facing is more than just a difficult decision. It's a spiritual checkpoint in your journey with God. Just like a muscle grows stronger when it's stretched, your spirit grows wiser when it's pulled between different choices. God is using this tension inside you to prepare you for breakthrough moments that require both wisdom and faith. Both your cautious and bold sides are part of your divine design, created by God to work together for your good. The careful voice gives you wisdom to avoid unnecessary harm, while the courageous voice gives you strength to pursue your calling. Finding the courage to honor both voices means learning to move forward with smart boldness rather than reckless abandon. There's a divine plan working through your internal struggle, and even though it feels uncomfortable, this conflict is actually spiritual growth in action. When you feel torn between safety and adventure, turn to prayer as the bridge that connects both sides. In prayer, you'll hear God's voice rising above the noise, guiding you to the perfect balance of wisdom and courage. As we've discussed understanding the spiritual voices within you, I'd like to help prepare you for continued divine guidance through difficult decisions. If these messages about spiritual discernment resonate with your heart, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more divine warnings and blessings about life's biggest choices. Pay attention to the signs around you that will help you understand which voice to follow in your situation. These aren't just coincidences happening in your life. They are divine confirmations sent specially to guide your decision making. As you move through today, notice how your body responds when you imagine following your cautious voice versus your bold voice. You might feel peace in your chest when thinking about the wise choice, or excitement in your stomach when considering the adventurous path. You might start seeing repeated numbers, hearing the same advice from different people, or noticing doors opening and closing in ways that support one direction over another. Pay attention to your dreams, because God often speaks through them during times of big decisions. You might dream about successful outcomes, warning situations, or symbolic images that point you toward the right choice. Notice how other people react when you share your different options. Their responses often carry divine messages about which path serves your highest good. These aren't accidents or random events. They're sacred guidance helping you understand which internal voice aligns with God's will for your life. Trust these signs, honor them, and let them help you discern between your protective instincts and your purposeful calling. Remember, you're not facing this internal conflict alone. Even though it might feel isolating when the voices in your head seem to argue with each other, God is present in both your cautious and bold sides, working through each voice to guide you toward the best choice. Around you stands a team of guardian angels, spiritual guides, and heavenly helpers, all working together to bring you clarity in this decision. There are angels assigned specifically to your decision, making process, helping you see the full picture of what each choice might bring. Divine protection surrounds you whether you choose the safe path or the adventurous one, because God's love doesn't depend on you making the perfect choice every time. The universe is actively orchestrating circumstances, people, and opportunities to support whatever decision aligns with your highest good. Feel grateful for having both a protective voice and an adventurous voice inside you, because this internal guidance system shows how much God cares about your journey. Trust that divine timing is working everything out perfectly. Divine timing, God's perfect clock, is working in your internal struggle right now. The fact that you're experiencing this conflict at this exact moment in your life isn't a coincidence. It's sacred timing preparing you for what's ahead. Internal battles often intensify right before major breakthrough moments, like spiritual labor pains before something new is born in your life. God's timing brings these decision points exactly when you're spiritually ready to handle the choice and its consequences. As your decision deadline approaches, both voices might get louder, but that's just divine pressure helping you commit to your path. Pay attention to how the timing of this conflict aligns with other changes in your life. New opportunities, ending relationships, or shifting circumstances. These timing connections show you're moving in harmony with God's plan. Even when the internal tension feels overwhelming, learn to appreciate this preparation period that the conflict provides. Divine timing is building your confidence and discernment skills through this very struggle you're experiencing right now. Just as you receive these divine messages about spiritual discernment and decision making, your support helps us continue sharing similar guidance with others who are facing their own internal conflicts. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these important messages about divine guidance to reach those who feel torn between different life choices and need spiritual clarity just like you do. As you navigate this internal conflict, believe that this struggle is leading to amazing spiritual growth in your life. Just like a butterfly must push against its cocoon to develop strong enough wings for flight, your spirit is getting stronger through this tension between caution and courage. God arranges these internal battles perfectly, even when they feel exhausting and never ending at first. The conflict you're experiencing is actually spiritual labor pains before the birth of a new, more mature version of yourself. Focus on strengthening your ability to hear God's voice clearly, because that spiritual skill will serve you through many future decisions. When you learn to honor both your protective instincts and your purposeful calling, amazing transformations begin happening in your life. Opportunities you never thought possible start appearing, and you find yourself making choices with confidence you never had before. Every day you spend learning to balance wisdom with faith brings you closer to becoming the person God designed you to be. Stay authentic in seeking divine guidance, because your relationship with God is your most reliable compass during times of internal conflict. As you work through this internal conflict, make it a daily habit to say, "I trust divine wisdom flowing through both my caution and my courage." Speak these words with complete faith each morning and evening. This simple practice creates a spiritual bridge between your protective side and your adventurous side that confusion cannot break. When the internal voices get loud and overwhelming, create a quiet space where you can hear God's voice above the noise. Use this time to journal about what each voice is really telling you, writing down the specific concerns of your cautious side and the specific dreams of your bold side. Trust that God speaks through both, and begin each day asking Him to help you understand which voice to follow in each situation. Practice gratitude for having both instincts, because many people only have one or the other. When you fill your mind with appreciation for your complete internal guidance system, you create room for divine clarity to emerge. Your spiritual discernment grows stronger each time you practice listening for God's voice during times of internal tension. During this season of decision making, you're not just growing personally, but also becoming someone who can help others navigate their own internal struggles. This experience of balancing caution with courage gives you wisdom to share with people facing similar spiritual crossroads. Each day brings new opportunities to encourage someone who feels torn between playing it safe and following their dreams. As you pray for divine guidance and practice spiritual discernment, remember that others are watching how you handle internal conflict with faith and grace. Your journey can inspire friends, family members, or even strangers who might be paralyzed by their own competing internal voices. Share your story of learning to hear God through both protective and purposeful instincts. Use your experience to bring hope to someone else's confusion. Embrace each conversation as a chance to demonstrate how faith helps navigate difficult choices. In this journey of spiritual growth, we become stronger together, supporting each other through prayer and understanding, creating a community of believers who trust God's guidance even when the path isn't perfectly clear. In closing, as we face this internal battle and whatever decision lies ahead, let's move forward with both wisdom and courage working together. Be prepared to welcome divine guidance through all your internal voices. Face difficult choices with spiritual confidence, and recognize that having both cautious and bold instincts is a blessing from God. Trust in the power of prayer to bring clarity when your mind feels divided. You are on a path to breakthrough, surrounded by divine love and equipped with everything you need to make the right choice. Keep saying, "I trust divine wisdom flowing through both my caution and my courage," and watch as God's perfect guidance emerges from the conflict. If this message has helped you understand your internal conflict as divine preparation, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more spiritual guidance about life's difficult decisions. Hit the notification bell so you never miss divine warnings or blessings meant to guide your choice. When you share this message, you help others who feel torn between safety and adventure find their own spiritual clarity. Each person who receives this guidance through you becomes part of your legacy of faith and discernment. Dear Lord, please give us wisdom to hear your voice clearly through both our protective instincts and our purposeful calling. Help us trust that you guide us through every internal voice. Amen. If this message has touched your heart or helped you see your internal conflict as spiritual preparation, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing divine messages with others facing difficult life decisions. Please share in the comments what spiritual topics about decision making or divine guidance you'd like to hear in our next video. Your suggestions help us bring you the spiritual direction you need most during challenging times.